Okay. Hello, Qapla, everybody. It's BedLife for November 15th, 2019. I apologize for being late, and I apologize for you not being able to hear me, because I just adjusted the sound.
Okay, give me a minute.
Mama probably needs a minute to lower the volume. I just adjusted the sound, and I don't know how the app closed. I'm sure I minimized it, but it disappeared. Anyway, so I was saying I would have started earlier, but I was finalizing the round for the next Space Engineers with Anti-Tracker. It's not live yet, but it's really close. It may go live as early as tonight or as late as tomorrow morning. Whenever I get the time to finish, there's a couple things I got to do, and I'll tell everybody about that a little later when hopefully there's a few more players on the stream. But before it does go live, there will be a video I put out with explaining the rules. So once you see that video, there's very few rules this round. There's very few safe zones. There's one safe zone. Very few rules, very vanilla game, no mods, but we'll go through it all a little bit later. And you guys do remember, please switch over to live chat so you don't miss any comments. Joseph Petrix is based on your winnings. There might be a super chat. However, if you won the millions, I'd ask for a paternity test. Well, Joseph, I didn't do the lottery tickets yet. When I said in it lottery tickets, I meant that I might scratch some today if we have time. So you might watch me as I win up to $1,000 a week for life. On the other tickets, unfortunately, I didn't win big. I won $20. Hey, $20 is $20, and I could send Sister O'Prey to Vegas with the $20, and she could put it on black 400 times, and I could be a billionaire, a trillionaire even. I would be the trillionaire. It'd be my $20. We'd both be trillionaires. Come and get you. Maybe that's not the best plan. Maybe it's not the best plan. Live with Matthews, Qapla, Bird of Prey. How goes the day? Much better day than yesterday in terms of how I was feeling. Thank you, Life with Matthew. Much busier day. Sassy got her nails clipped today. The vet came and clipped Sassy's nails. She was not happy. No sound. Uncle Remus says, hey, Bop, hope all is well. Thank you, Uncle Remus. And you also tell me no sound. Josh Reed says no sound. Live with Matthew says the moment when you're just waiting for him to read your comments about the sound. Luckily, Mom O'Prey was reading the comments, and she warned me about the sound. Uncle Remus says you're talking to yourself again, Bird. Well, that's nothing. That's nothing new. John DeMarco says hello all. Welcome, John DeMarco. Uncle Remus is in space. Nobody can hear a bird of prey. I think he stumbled upon the comments. Yes, you saw that son of a bitch. Josh reads his Bird of Prey 23andMe's DNA test results are back, and he's a Turdistandy. No. First, I used Ancestry.com, and second, I'm certainly not a Turdistandy. We'll bring up my DNA results. Now, I've done the test like 3 years ago, but every year or so they update the results to make it more accurate, supposedly, as to where you're from. Personally, I don't think they're using DNA. I think they're using family tree to make it more accurate, but that's just a theory. Lightwood Matthew says, I've gotten very good at reading birds' lips when he says there's no sound. And Uncle Remus says, there we go. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Oh, silent bird of the internet. Thank you, Mike Richards. Josh Street says, low bird just read, there's no sound. Joseph puts in BedLife, indeed. Uncle Remus says, thanks to Mom O'Prey. And Not Ryan Johnson says, hello and Qapla. Hello and Qapla. Not Ryan Johnson. Shroudmore says, greetings, Bird of Prey, Mom of Prey, and fellow nerds, greetings. Epic Beard says, hey, nerds and evil birds. Evil birds. Azine says, hello, bird and fellow nerds. Welcome. Shroudmore says, and greetings to Sassy, chaser of cats, eater of cookies, stalker of cardinals, defiler of cushions, and scourge of the squirrels. Indeed. Joseph says, Bird of Prey, tell me a secret. What is the L in your name? What L? How do you know about an L in my name? Where do you see an L? Nobody should know what the L is. You'd have to ask Mamo Prey, maybe. Uncle Remus has always bet on black, Bird of Prey. Exactly. That's what all my friends, all my black friends always told me. Always bet on black. So I do. Well, it's true. I'm only being honest. 2. Come on. There was at least... And the girl. And a couple others. Yeah, you don't even see the parts of my life you don't even know. T-Berg says the real Carogan hero. G.I. Joe crashes there. Oh, jeez. And T-Berg says, hello, Bird of Prey. Welcome, T-Berg. Shroudmore says, dear Bob, is it morally wrong to shoot Turdistanis, or is it a public service? Will you be offering a bounty on Pelts Anonymous? No, you shouldn't. Let's not shoot anybody in public. And I'm certainly not offering a bounty. That nobody wants Turdistani anything. Even Turdistani hides, organs, they're all worthless. Turdistani kidneys go for like 6 cents a piece on the black market. They're worse than no kidney at all. If you put a Turdistani kidney in a patient with no kidneys, they get sicker and they need even more dialysis. It's crazy. T-Berg says, Bird is not a turd. His DNA in my flying car. Oh, he left his DNA in my flying car when we crashed it. Hey, you crashed it. You crashed it. I wasn't flying. Don't blame that crash on me. I was only in the passenger seat. And Joseph says, hey, Joe L. Mamo Prey, Sassy, Sisso Prey, and the flock. Thank you, Joseph. They want to know what the L means in my name. I told them I wasn't going to tell them. Mamo Prey could tell them sometime. No, it doesn't mean loser. Sisso Prey is saying it stands for loser. I'm pretty sure I've said it at some point. I don't think it's a secret. Hello, Mr. Bird. Have you received the short track? Have you recovered from the short trek? Says... Wait, where did that one come from? Have you recovered from the short track from 47 Yorktown? But it's not showing... Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. I completely missed it. 47 Yorktown says, hello, Mr. Bird. Have you recovered from the short track? Yes and no, 47 Yorktown. Yes, in that it honestly just wasn't that bad. The problem was it just wasn't good. It was boring, and its assault of canon was minor compared to the previous 2 short tracks and the entirety of STD. They are so minor they're hardly worth mentioning, in my opinion. It was just more boring than anything. And the main thing, though, I cut this out, but I didn't do a video on it, and I doubt I will at this point. But the main thing to think about is just how different TNG Redemption Part 2, where Data takes command of a starship, and they're blockading the Romulans to stop them from from bringing supplies to the Doros family in the Klingon Civil War. And Data is ordered by Picard to rendezvous with the fleet, and Data breaks orders, stays behind, commands his first officer to start doing all these things, and the first officer is saying, Data, Captain Picard is ordering us to leave, we have to go, and he's like, no, you obey what I say. And then Data at the end of the episode goes to Captain Picard and says, I must give myself over for disciplinary action. I disobeyed a direct order, and Picard gives him a speech about how no following orders has been used to cover too many crimes and too many problems in our history. Starfleet doesn't want people who blindly follow orders without, I forget what he says, but without taking into account the whole situation. So not only was Mr. Data not getting disciplinary action, he was getting an accommodation because he did the right thing. It was the right thing for him to do, to disobey that particular order, because he was in a position where he had the better call to make.
It was without analyzing.
Huh? Oh, right, without analyzing. Right, to blindly follow orders without analyzing them. Picard gave Data a pat on the back for doing that. Whereas Captain Pike gave this cadet a pat on the back for doing the exact opposite, for blindly following orders regardless of the situation. That's not Star Trek. I mean, it's Discovery, but every episode, every movie of Star Trek, our heroes are the people who don't follow the orders. Okay? Star Trek 2, 3, 4, 6 generations, First Contact, and the entire JJ timeline, which, okay, maybe you could say was a good thing. None of those would have happened if the crew had been following orders. And God knows how many episodes of TNG, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager that would be wiped out of existence. Okay? The failure to follow orders was the catalyst for the best Star Trek movies that ever existed. For them to go back and say, no, the right answer is to always obey your superior officer, no matter how stupid it seems, is the opposite of what we were taught, of what real fans remember. And it's very disappointing. Joseph Patrick with a €2 super chat says, Mrs. D, please tell us the secret behind the L. It's not loser. It's not Lisa. Mama Pray's a little busy right now. Hopefully, maybe a little later she can chime in.
I will only tell it with your approval.
Well, I got €2. You can tell them if you want. Okay, so Mama Pray will tell it a little later when she gets a minute. So that was the short track. That was my feelings on it. That they screwed it up. So Sister O'Prey says, why don't people put up their opinion, what they think it is? And I guess if some... Oh, you want me to give them 3 options and let them choose? It's more fun if they put in what they... And you know what? How about the first person to get it gets... I will pay for a super chat on Anti-Tracker's stream tonight. Okay? The first person to put it in the chat what you think it is. If you are correct...
I got it.
No, not you, Mama Pray. Yeah, if anybody gets it, I will buy them. The first person that I see on my screen to say it correctly. Nope, not Lewis. And I also should say one entry per person. So, 1 entry per person per hour. So, no, it's not Lionel. It's not Lionel. It's not Lewis. It's not Lance. Chris M got it. Chris M got it. Although it's technically Lawrence. But yes, Larry. No, it's not lesbian. or Lois Lane. It's Lawrence. It wasn't that difficult. So Chris M, I owe a super chat in Anti-Tracker too. Joseph Lawrence, or as I did not want to be known in high school as Joey Lawrence. Not the girls I liked. Uncle Remus says, Bird, you are now in the national database of DNA. Don't leave any of your DNA at the crime scene or they will come get you. Yeah, Uncle Remus, I am aware of that. I had to give up my life of crime when I decided to get my DNA tested. If I ever decided to go into crime, they would know who it is. Shronmore says a lap dancer. No lap dancer.
Now it says 6:05 to 6:15.
Josh Street says, T-Berg, what did Bird pick you up? What did Bird pick up, Hooker Lore again? I did not. John Araki with a $5 super chat. No notification again. Someone asked Bob WTF for me. I'm so sorry, John Araki. You should, what I've heard is that if you disable notifications and re-enable notifications, that's the official YouTube. Like if you ask YouTube, what's the deal, I'm not getting a notification on the channel, their official answer is to disable the notifications, reload the page, re-enable notifications, reload the page, and make sure it's still enabled. So if you want to try that, to me it sounds like a bunch of hogwash, but maybe it works. Maybe it works. And Track 95 says, lol, I was going to say you're Joey Lawrence. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't eat these. You don't eat dry food.
Yosef says, internet's a bitch. Track 95 says, hello there. All hail Turdistan. Welcome, Track 95. T-Berg says, I gave Bird of Prey a tour of my base on my sandbox. The base the turds destroyed before Bird had a chance to see it. Yes, it's actually T-Berg makes great bases. Joseph Patrick says, Mrs. D. I read that one. Thank you again, Joseph Patrick. Joseph Patrick says, Track 95, thanks for the sub. Hope you enjoyed all my Zero videos. And T-Berg says, the engine room was the worst part of the short track. Yeah, that engine room. As soon as the engine room came up on the screen, I said, what the fuck is this? And Mama Prey heard me. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, what? So, no, dogs cannot eat apricots. It's not Lauren. Yes, it's Larry. It's Larry. Okay, so Mama Prey has the story of how it became Larry, which I'm sure they want to hear.
Yeah, why was it rolling?
Okay, well, you want me to knock off the camera so you can talk?
Please.
Okay, here, come on over here, Mama Prey.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Hi all. It's a short story, but why Bird's middle name is Lawrence. Going back to when Dad and I were dating, it was our first New Year's Eve that we were together, and we went out with a couple that lived next door to him. At about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, we were going to have coffee at his neighbor's house. We get out of the car, and he says, oh, my dog is out. Let me put my dog in the house. So I was standing in the driveway between the houses by myself, and this man comes up, looks at me, and says, oh, You must be Dado Prey's girlfriend, and picks me up. I mean, not standing straight up, but like he was carrying me. He was carrying me. I didn't know who he was. I was like, he goes, "Oh, I'm Rudy's Uncle Larry. Nice to meet you." As he's walking around the street carrying me like a baby. Anyway, he was Dado Prey's uncle, and he lived in the house with Dado Prey and his family. Dado Prey came out and he says, "Well, I see you met my Uncle Larry." And he was a very jovial guy. I mean, he was always joking and had a lot of energy, and I really liked him. Unfortunately, exactly a year later, he had a heart attack and passed away on New Year's Day the following year. And that's why Bird's middle name is Lawrence, after Dado Prey's uncle, who was really a nice guy. And I wish I had gotten to know him longer than I did.
And of course, Dado Prey also had an uncle, Joseph, but I was named after your father, Joseph.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Where's my middle name?
Your middle name came from the bag you were found in with.
Probably.
L.
I was saying Debbie's middle name.
Yes, that's where it came from. No, you were named after,
Yeah, Debbie's middle name.
and they, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, Sci-Fi Nation says, "You have a new $5 Subscribe Star supporter. It cost me my entire monthly Caroga salary." Sci-Fi Nation, thank you so much. I was at Subscribe Star the other day. I will check it out again. I have to do some more stuff for my Subscribe Star supporters. I thank each and every one of you. I truly do. And Uncle Remus says, "Bird of Prey, are you up to sing today?" Well, I asked you in the chat, what exactly do you want me to sing? It really depends on the song. Mike Richards says, "The Bird Father giving up the life of the crime. Inconceivable." Well, Mike Richards, it just means that I can't commit the crimes. It doesn't mean I can't commit, tell other people to do it on my behalf. And Anti-Tracker says the DNA test showed Bird's real parents were Freddie and Frank. Not true. Uncle Remus says, "Don't forget to hit that like button." Thank you, Uncle Remus. Anti-Tracker says T-Bird sassy. T-Bird agrees about the engine room. Yeah, the engine room was a low point of that short track. The high point of the short track was the main character, that Cadet Sadu or whatever. She was quite attractive cadet. So it wasn't all bad. Only the plot, the story, the fact that it looks like Spock got the eyebrow raised from number 1 now. Things like that. Only those minor details. The fact that there was a total giant explosion that we're told that would actually injured the cadet, that was told is just part of the simulation. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera back on, so people, if you need to walk behind me, let me know. Okay. Stromore says, "Sci-Fi Nation, a whole $5 per month. Did Caroga get a pay raise? I'm only at 47 cents. Listen, people get paid what they're worth. I'm sorry to tell you, Stromore. Joseph says, "Hi, Mom. Pleasure to hear you." Stromore says, "Hey, Mom, will pray 5. John Street says, "Anti-Tracker Bird found out he's a Turdistani, not a Carogan." That is not true. John DeMarco says, "Hail, Mom, will pray." Indeed. T-Berg says, I don't think a Starfleet engineer on shrooms could even imagine an engine room like that. And what about the fact that he just leaves her in the engine room? Like, okay, now go, talk to the welcome droid who's going to get you started. Maybe introduce her to the chief engineer and say, hey, Scotty or Frenchie or Irelandy, whatever the hell his name is going to be or her name is going to be. Actually, I think it was a woman engineer last time, according to Q&A. Whatever the engineer's name is, introduce them to their new engineer, right? Make the handoff. You don't just leave them, oh, you're brand new, you're an engineer, you'll figure out what to do. Just wander around until you see somebody with more pips than you. Shrek 95 says, hail, Mammal Print 5. T-Berg says, Caroga number 5. Caroga number 5 instead of Mambo number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the Jeep, come on, let's drive to the nerd store around the corner. I want some Star Trek and juice. I really don't wanna. You know what? I might have to try it. Let's see. Let's see if I can bring it up. This is likely to be a disaster since I'm doing this without any type of practice. But let's try, and probably the food will show up. So somebody will think I'm crazy. John Iraqi with a 99-cent super chat. Thank you so much. Mambo number 5. Karaoke lyrics. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Caroga number 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the Jeep, so come on, let's ride to the nerd store around the corner. Boy said he wants some Star Trek and juice, but I really don't wanna. Feel like I had a last week. I must stay deep, 'cause talk is cheap. I like Kirk, Spock, Scotty. So what can I do? I really beg you, my lord. Tell me flirting is just like a sport. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in the Jeep and send in the trumpet. A little bit of Kirk in my life. A little bit of Scotty on the side. A little bit of a horror is all I need. But a little bit of Sulu's what I see. A little bit of Chekhov in the sun. A little bit of nurse whatever in the whatever. Nurse Chapel. A little bit of Nurse Chapel. And Yeoman Rand. Yeoman Rand is going to have to come up. Dude. Caroga number 5. Jump up and down and move it all around. Shake your head to the sound. Put your hands on the ground. Take 1 step left and 1 step right. 1 to the front and 1 to the side. Clap your hands once, clap your hands twice, and if it looks like this, you're doing it right. A little bit of Spock on my life, a little bit of Kirk on my side, a little bit of Scotty's all I need, a little bit of Sulu's what I see, a little bit of Nurse Chappelle in the sun, a little bit of McCoy all night long, a little bit of Yeoman Rand, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your captain. A little bit of mambo. I learned a little mambo back in the day. I don't know if this is it, but there was more leg movements. Trumpet! Trumpet! Trump! Caroga number 5. Ha, 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 ha. Yes, Sassy. A little bit of Kirk in my life. A little bit of Spock by my side. A little bit of Sulu's all I need. A little bit of Ahora's what I see. A little bit of McCoy in the sun. A little bit of Nurse Chappelle all night long. A little bit of Yeoman Rand. Here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man. I do to fall in love with a cadet like you, 'cause you can't run and you can't hide, and you and me gonna touch the stars. Caroga number 5. Okay, I got the camera off. Okay, and the song ended. So perfect timing. Oh my God.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Wow. If I will work on those lyrics, because I think there's something there. Obviously, I did not hear it the first time.
You didn't.
No, I didn't.
A lot you didn't is I don't know.
I'm surprised I didn't hear it ring the first time.
I'm not.
Anyway, John Araki with a $10 super chat says one song for Mop, her choice.
A song for you to sing?
A song, your choice of a song, yes.
Give me a second, okay?
She needs a second. Okay, I'll go back to reading some chats.
Did you get extra bagels?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Actually, I didn't think that was terrible, to be honest. I needed to do a little practice on some different words.
I'm sorry, when I take...
Well, what's a Sinatra song you like? Not My Way.
No, not my way. Give me a few Sinatra.
Billy Joel, something else. Few Sinatra songs. Summer Wind, Last Dance, Best Is Yet to Come. The Best Is Yet to Come. Okay. Mama Pray likes The Best Is Yet to Come.
I'm sorry, I might crazy.
Well, I don't know if she'll like it after this, but we will do the. Thank you so much, John Araki.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Mama Pray is very happy. Thank you. Frank Sinatra. The Best Is Yet to Come. Karaoke lyrics. Let's see. No lyrics there. Let's see. Huh. That's interesting. It's okay. Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything's starting to hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't that be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. So wait till my arm is in the way. Wait till your hips have met. Wait till you see that sunshine day. You ain't seen nothing yet. I missed a couple of lines. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fun? The best is yet to come, come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine. We're gonna drain the cup dry. Like the bottle dry. Wait till your charms are right for these arms to surround. You think you've flown before, but baby, you ain't left the ground. Wait till you walk in my embrace. Wait till you near. Wait till you see that sunshine place. You ain't nothing like it here. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fun? The best is yet to come, come the day you're mine. Now come the day you're mine. And you're gonna be mine. And that's not creepy at all. And no, if you send a $5 super chat, does that mean I have to sing? It means I might choose to sing it at my discretion. John DeMarco says Avery Brooks sang. Yes. Avery Brooks sang this in the last season of Deep Space Nine. And this was my favorite song at that time I saw that episode. It was like a nerdgasm in my brain. I didn't have the camera on while I was singing. And I was pointing to the camera and doing things. Son of a bitch.
Daddy.
Oh, well. Okay. Where are we? T-Berg says, I don't think a Starfleet engineer in shrooms could even imagine, an end room like that. Uncle Remus says, will Bird of Prey be 1% Native American? Actually, Uncle Remus, let's see. Hopefully it comes up. Please work. Yes. Okay. So these are my DNA results. Actually, I am 71% Italian. All in southern Italy. Puglia, which is around Barese, and this other one, which I can't pronounce, which is near Naples, which is where kind of expected to have some roots. And then 19% Germanic Europe, which is Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. So somewhere in there, 19% of my DNA. Then, which is new to me, 8% of my DNA from Greece and the Balkans. Or probably more Greece or the Balkans. So that's interesting. And then 1%. This is Greece and the Balkans. And this is 1% from Turkey and the Caucasus region, and 1%, somehow 1% from the island of Sardinia, right in the Mediterranean there, smack dab in the middle. So that is it. Now, not too long ago, they had a lot more of me being more from the Middle East. The whole Caucasus region was supposed to be like, what, 18% or something. Now they scaled it back to 1%, which is a bit weird. So that's the new DNA update. Also, while we're on this screen, I had an epiphany, and I said, hey, let me do a new flag for Caroga. What do you guys think about this as the new flag for Caroga? I'm quite proud of it, quite happy. I had some inspiration. What do you think? I think it's a wonderful flag, personally, and I think maybe this round of space engineers we're going to implement the new flag. The old flag, I'd say, was the Carogan Republic, but this will be the flag of the Carogan Empire. So let me know. No, it's not North Carogan flag. It's just Carogan flag. There's only one Caroga. It's not North Korean flag, Chris M. The North Korean flag has a red star here, where we have a blue Carogan symbol. So it's a completely different flag. It's a Carogan flag. Shronwar says, Bird of Prey, that flag somehow seems to fit. It's the flag a fit for a god emperor. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. I'm really digging this new design of the Carogan flag. So you guys might see more of this in the not too distant future. I'm glad everybody agrees. It's the best flag. It's the best flag ever, short of the U.S. flag. Uncle Remus says, how about singing the theme to the Never-Ending Story? I don't have any idea what the theme to the Never-Ending Story is, Uncle Remus, so I would not really be into singing that. Joseph says, Uncle Remus, no, just no. Libmail should never be touched. Wesley, Bird of Prey, greetings, birds, turds, and Lore Reloaded. Is Lore here? Welcome, Lore, if you're here. Lore, if you're here, I hope, or maybe you might check out my 25% explained video, just so that you know where I'm coming from when I maintain the 25% is real. I think I did a really well explanation in that 25% explained video, although I know Lore's not here in all likelihood. But if he was here, that's what I would tell him. And the bed is alarming for the first time in months. Mom just did a son of a bitch. It's not that Max is on, is it? No, that's too bad.
Can I be seen on the side of
No, they won't see you over there.
Yes, Mr. Midfence. Do you want to restart it?
Might as well.
Yes.
And we're going to restart the air, which means I'm probably going to dip down in the bed as the air system goes off and comes back on. Oh, that's honestly, it's been a long time. Oh, well, I'd say many months since this has happened. If it's a once in a while, it will be okay. No reason to think that it's. What's the matter? Oh. Wesley says, did I miss much? I don't think so, Wes. Angarima says, how about Rags to Riches from Tony Bennett? Well, I already did a few songs. Let's hold off. Although I have heard Rags to Riches. It wouldn't be, it's possible. Joseph says Wesley called Larry. Larry called a bird, but otherwise we're still in the chat. And we had a Mama Pray story. Algorithm says short tracks couldn't afford a chief engineer. John DeMarco says everything about that engine room was silly except the droids, especially the droids. John Meyer, welcome John Meyer, haven't seen you in a while. Says that would be a Paddy, not an Islander. Ah, thank you, John Meyer. Aziz says hope she calls Wesley in a reference to Futurama. Hope she calls Wesley in a reference to Futurama. Trek 95 says Bird wants some man. No, I don't want men. Sci-Fi Nation says Bird of Prey thoughts on new timeline Star Trek website released today. Bullcrap. Bullcrap. Okay. CBS doesn't have the moral authority to talk about Star Trek canon anymore. It's all bullcrap released by some marketing department. Nobody gives a shit about it, and I would just ignore it because it means nothing. It means nothing. And I see John Araki didn't do a 99-cent super chat. He did a 99-cent super sticker of an anti-trekker poo emoji. Thank you anyway, John Araki. Sci-Fi Nation, I just read it. Abby Beard says, I do not like men. Not in that way. Wesley says, I hope someone's recording this. Anti-Trigger says, a little bit of a whore is what I need. That's not what I said. Chris M. Collecting says he needs Sulu low. And Anti-Trigger says, oh my. Track 95 says, Anti-Trigger, can you save this and edit it like men video in? And Anti-Trigger says, lol, even I am not that cruel. T-Berg says, good Lord, this is going to be a new Carogan national dance anthem. It is. Epic confirmed, birds like men, see current song. T-Berg says, SE space emotes. Chris M says, oh, so many clips from this is going to be good. Anti-Trigger says, well, I need to run, be back in a bit, posting a video. Watch after Bird stream if you want. Thank you. Anti-Trekker. And yes, I did see Anti-Trekker's video come up in the email. And then we had the $10 super chat from John Araki giving Mamo Pray a song. Thank you again, John Araki. Trek 95 says Anti-Trekker, you are not. Lol. Josh Street says Bird wants a little bit of McCoy all night long. Well, I could, talk to McCoy. Not in that way. Just hang out with him. Uncle Remus says, maybe you can sing the Hoedown, Throwdown by Miley Cyrus. Uncle Remus, I have no idea what the hell that song is. I've never heard of it, and I have not the slightest clue what the words are. I barely know who Miley Cyrus is. I don't even have a face to go with the name. I just know she's famous. Josh Street says the NYPD is there to end bird singing. I wouldn't be surprised. Chris M. Collecting says, wow, so many disturbing peace calls coming in after that song. Sci-Fi Nation says Cherry Pie by Warrant, another song, not the slightest clue what it's about. I mean, I assume it's about something, but I doubt it's about cherry pie, but I have not the slightest clue what's it about or who sang it or anything. Although Peaches, Peaches for me, Peaches for you, thousands of peaches. That song is actually about peaches, which maybe it is about cherry pie. I don't know, but I know peaches. Uncle Remus says, we're not going to get it by Twisted Sister. I didn't even realize that was a song until you said by Twisted Sister. I never heard of we're not going to take it. And I never heard of Twisted Sister. Wait, we're not going to take it. Is that it? We're not going to take it. I might have heard of the song. I have no idea the rest of the words or who Twisted Sister is. Epic says, I'm just a girl, no doubt. Never heard of that. Sci-Fi Nations is starting up a posse by Anthrax. Never heard of the song nor the artist. Remus says, Eat It by Weird Al Yankovic. Well, I've heard of Weird Al. I don't know what Eat It is. Dragon 5 The Epic Beards makes that 2 requests. Sci-Fi Nation says Fat by Weird Al. Again, I know who Weird Al is. I don't know the song. Captain MKG says, afternoon, bird and all. Just sitting at the airport lot waiting for my next Uber ride. Have a great stream. Thank you, Captain MKG. I appreciate it. And Joseph says, Bird of Prey. I sent in the message in Discord. No need to read it now. But you have my middle name there as a quid pro quo. Now, Joseph, I'm afraid you're going to be impeached. No, you shouldn't have done it. No, you shouldn't have done a quid pro quo. You're going to get impeached. But thank you, Joseph. I won't turn you in. I can't speak for the other people here. John DeMago says, whenever he hears this song, I think of Avery Brooks singing it. Uncle Remus says, if I send $5, does he have to sing? No, I've always had the choice. And I'm going to tell you that if it's a song I have no idea what it's about, the results are most often very bad for the person who paid the $5. Epic Beard says he sang when I send $5, so maybe. I mean, listen, I will try, may not try on this stream, but I will try. If it's a song I don't know, I will try to listen to it once or twice so I have some idea. But if it's a song I know, I have no problem singing it on the same stream. If it's a song I don't know, I don't have any clue about, then I'd rather sing it on a different stream. If you send it through PayPal with a link to the specific song in the PayPal notes, then I can get it ready and sing it on the next BedLife stream. And Sci-Fi Nation says, oh sure, Anti-Trekker uploads a video during Bird of Prey stream. What a jerk. I know. I purposely didn't upload my short trek review until Anti-Trekker's stream was over last night. And Anti-Trekker just uploads it right in the middle of my stream. Thank you, Anti-Trekker. Anti-Trekker says, I said what I was doing. Jeez, yeah. Hungry says, does Sassy ever howl when Bird of Prey sings? She howls when I sing, but I don't think she's howling because I'm singing. Uncle Remus says, I do. Chris M says to Uncle Remus, I do. Anti-Trigger, he's doing things. Uncle Remus says, boo, bird. Joseph says, flock hit the like. I'm sorry, Uncle Remus, I don't know a lot of songs. Dragon 5 says, Anti-Trigger, you really think your vid goes under CBS's radar? I doubt it. Anti-Tracker says, yeah, I'm just a small fry. Cinnabon says, it's like the World War I Axis Powers map. Yeah, it's true. Chris M says, German, I knew it. Just a small percentage.
Excuse me, I am...
Oh. Mama Prey is taking offense. She's almost 50% German. Now you have to deal with it. Uncle Remus is 71% Italian. Does that mean you qualify for the Mafia? It depends. If it's the Orthodox Mafia, no, you got to be 100% Sicilian. Even mainland Italy.
Yes,
If the Mafia existed, right? If the Mafia existed, like we're shown in movies, then you'd have to be Sicilian. Even mainland Italian wouldn't work. But if it was a reformed Mafia family, then you could be. Yeah, it'd be enough. You don't even have to be Italian in the reformed. It helps. Sci-Fi Nation says, what's wrong with German? Exactly. Anti-Trigger says, DNA shows us what they all knew. Almost all his DNA was from the Axis powers and a little bit of the gayest nation in history. Damn it, Anti-Trigger, you're not supposed to talk that way about the Turks. Chris M. Collecting says, why is there a North Korean flag on the screen? It is, and John DeMarco says, yes, the North Carogan flag. T-Berg says, needs more leopard paint print. Joseph says, Deutschland ist gut, Riches ist schickt mich Deutschland, Sci-Fi Nation. Yes. C. Mike Richards says, Uncle Remus, he is the bird father after all. And Uncle Remus says, I wonder if you send in the same test and everything changes again. They found, without me having, first cousins, uncle and aunt, I think. They seem to be second cousin. I've got like 500 third and fourth cousins listed. But the first and second cousins, they seem to have that down pat. Quite a few of those. Uncles, uncles, aunts, things like that. Mama Pray, she's on there. They knew she was mom. So we're definitely biologically related. No proof of that for Sister O'Prey, but I got it in writing. Sci-Fi Nation says, you son of a bitch, Anti-Turker. That's not true. You take that back right now. It's not true, Mr. Miles. Yeah, that was a good line. Chris M. Collecting says, you look more and more like a little rocket man every day, Bird of Prey. Wow. Azine says, well, that is very North Korean, except I've appropriated it as Carogan. Shrelmore says, Bird of Prey. The flag somehow seems to fit. Yes, the flag fit for a god emperor. Uncle Remus says, only 2 likes. Give Bird some thumbs up, everyone. Yes, please. Please, I need the likes desperately. Yosef says, Uncle Remus, is it 16? Mobile devices. Oh, yes. 16 likes. Mobile devices always show the status from when you started watching. You would need to close and reopen the stream. Wesley, it looks just like the North Korean flag. No, Wes, I explained. It's completely different. They have a red star, and we have a blue 3-point star. They have a red 5-point star. We have a blue 3-point quasi-Klingon symbol. Azine says, Bird of Prey, the ejector seat alarming. I hope not. I hope not. The air came back in, so hopefully we'll be okay. Uncle Remus says, thank you, Yosef, had no idea. Sci-Fi Nation says, shut up, Wesley. Indeed. Uncle Remus says, Bird, a bomb in your bed is about to blow up. It only blows up if I get out of the bed, though, so we're safe. Yosef says, bed alert. It's the ultimate, a level above red alert. Bed alert, indeed. Shrelmore says, we need to pause and remember the yellow cake uranium orphans of Caroga. Through thousands died in the Kurdistani bombing. It took weeks to make replacement offerings to process the uranium. That is true. Hungarian says, red turd status. No, I don't do the red turd status. I do Garfield status. If Garfield's up, it means I'm feeling something. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'm feeling something. Shrelmore says, we need to pause. I just read that. Azine says, it's okay, Bird of Prey. Don't feel defeated. I don't. I surprisingly never feel defeated, even when I should. T-Berg is good. Larry Bird. Yes. Very good. Larry Bird. Okay. I hadn't thought about that one. Sci-Fi Nation says, I thought it said Lady Bird for a second. Uncle Remus is asking, I like men, question mark? Well, maybe you do. I do not. Trek 95 says, Bird of Prey, legal authority, but not moral. I disagree. I don't think they have legal authority either. I question it. Yosef says, the engineering in the short was illogical. Of course. It was totally illogical. Wesley says, I think Bird likes Frank Sinatra in a special way. That's why he gets so triggered about Frank and Freddie. I think I've loosened up on the Frank and Freddie. If you guys want to talk about Frank and Freddie, go ahead and talk. It's not going to bother me. Hungry Mrs. I wonder if the engine room in the short track works with the roller coaster elevator on the Discovery. Well, now we know because of the short track Q&A that the roller coaster elevator is also on the Enterprise. It's not alone to the Crossfields class. The Enterprise has it too. And Joseph says, by the way, it was me, or did engineering look totally fake and great bad? Yeah, totally fake. Total nonsense. T-Berg says, we want impeaches. Impeaches for free. Impeaches for me. Yes. Impeaches. Except I don't particularly want impeaches, but that would make a good song, a parody. Epic Beard says, do Going Through the Drive-Thru by Weird Al, 12 minutes of torture. Well, I would not do a 12-minute song. I would use my veto power and just no. Josh Reed says, Bird is here by Bird here is Fat by Weird Al. Well, I will open that later, but I'll open it now. I'll listen to it later. We'll see. I'll see possibly on another stream. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. Sci-Fi Nation says, Lore Reloaded stream had a Save Trump from Impeachment fundraiser ad attached to it during the stream. Well, that's amazing. Joseph says, in Slovak, peach is very close to the C word, so hearing thousands of peaches is hilarious. Thousands of peaches. I will make sure to not talk about peaches in company of your wife, Joseph. Sci-Fi Nations is probably the C word is the cuss word, Joseph. Wesley says, I always get Trump ads on YouTube. Something funny is going on. Uncle Remus says, I don't think Bird of Prey listened to Top 40 radio over the last 30 years. No, I have absolutely never. I have never listened to Top 40 radio. Unless I was in a friend's house and I couldn't change the channel. And in which case I tried to actively not listen. Shromore says, Joseph, I think you would have a new ringtone. And Joseph says, I don't mind if you disclose my middle name. I actually like it, but rarely use it. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Though I have no plans to disclose your middle name, but glad to know I could if I needed to. Joseph is lolling with Shromore. Uncle Remus says, someone get Bird an FM radio. No thanks. I do, if I'm listening to the radio, I do AM. Active-minded radio. Sci-Fi Nation says, woohoo! Hooray for Germany! Good food, better beer. Uncle Remus says, don't mess with Bop, he's a made man. That's just nonsense. Joseph says, Sci-Fi Nation, how to butcher German, let Bird read something. That's why they call me the Butcher of Berlin. No. Sci-Fi Nation, Bird of Prey does better Klingark while speaking German than Anti-Tracker does, just trying to be cool. Vile Mike says, howdy folks, welcome Vile. Sci-Fi Nation says, lolling at Joseph, and Epic Beard says, only 10 dislikes, come on people. Get on with it get up with it already. Vile Mike says, 3-point star, also known as a triangle. No. This is a triangle of triangles. Uncle Remus says, have a good weekend, Bop, Mop, and everyone. Take care. Take care, Uncle Remus. Glad you could make it for a bit. Well, probably better part of the stream. Sci-Fi Nation, Vile Mike, it's Carogan math, it's hard. Joseph says, take care, Uncle Remus. Vile Mike says, Joseph, Mike is my middle name, and people get confused because it's not my first. Lol. Ah, yeah, well, I know there's people who use their middle name as their first name. Joseph says, then will you reveal your first, Vile? And Vile says, Wesley, I keep getting Trump ads too. At least half of my ads have been strange for a platform being called anti-Trump. Lol. I only seem to get Bernie and Trump political ads. Well, it's anti-Trump because of the content they suppress. I think they happily take ads from anybody, whether they're pro or anti-Trump ads. Trek95 says, my first name is too common on YouTube. Well, that makes sense. Although, how... Yeah. Sci-Fi Nation says... excuse me. Ooh. I was up late last night. Where are we? Sci-Fi Nation is anti-trigger. If I sign up as a red shirt on your status on your website while you're streaming, will it show on screen? No, it will not, Sci-Fi Nation. It will not. Vile Mike says, Joseph, you can find out if you click on something from the store. Lol, Bird, and Anti-Trigger, and a few on Skype know it. That's right, but I forgot what it is, Vile. See, things like that I don't commit to memory, because if it's something I'm not supposed to know, I don't want to know it. Joseph's business acumen, I see Vile Mike read in Yoda voice. Business acumen, I see, Vile Mike. Epic Beard says, Bird of Prey, Weird Al's Fat is just taken from Michael Jackson's Bad. You'll know the tune. I don't know Michael Jackson's Bad. I don't think I've ever heard of it. The Michael Jackson songs I know are from the Jackson 5 days. And there's only a couple. Sci-Fi Nation, it says, and eat it is beat it. Vile says, Joseph tricks down Donna, work on me, only money. Tricks Donna, work on me, only money. I guess that's part of the song. Miss Lodo's Bird of Prey. If you want a good Weird Al song, go for Amish Paradise. Sci-Fi Nation says, instant demonetized, lol. So butcher of Uncle at Adolf's capital. Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation says, sing Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood. We see at least Bad to the Bone, I've heard. Bad to the Bone. Let me see. Let's see if we can get a Bad to the Bone. What else was I going to talk about today? Oh, we have... well, let's see. Let's do this first. Before I get to Bad to the Bone, I do want to show... We have video. Now, besides my birthday this week, it is also the anniversary of Sassy. Sassy coming to the home. So, I have here video of when Sister O'Prey went to pick up Sassy back in 2017. So this was mid-November 2016, excuse me. 3 years. Sassy's 3 years old. So this is a farm out in Texas, not like 100 miles outside Austin. So Sis O'Prey pulled up in her rental car, and we're going to see the first Sassy and her litter mates, her brothers and sisters and I don't know, aunts and uncles, I guess. Sister O'Prey comes in. There, I think that was Sassy. I think that's her. And then you got another dog that comes running over.
Hi, baby. Hi.
And there's the little
I know
puppy.
the rain was horrible the whole time. This is the nicest day so
And
far.
these dogs are having fun with the cat.
Mm-hmm.
They're buddy with the cat. Look at them beagles.
Yeah, and it was muddy everywhere.
That's
Oh my God, that's
Sassy.
Is that goats out there? Yes. Oh, that's too funny.
There's goats out there.
Baby.
Sister O'Prey sees.
Where'd you go? You're shy. And we're looking at the shy one.
And there's the
Oh,
shy
that's right.
one,
That
she
was
says.
The playful one. That's right. Sassy.
And that's Sassy drinking water out of the back of the car.
Hi.
Sassy's drinking the rainwater. Little Sassy, she was 6 months old. Aww.
Hi.
Aw, little Sassy. So, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to show off that video. Got a little bit of Sassy's early years before she was here. So let's see. Bad to the Bone. And who was it by? Which artist? George Thorogood. Bad to the Bone. Okay, here we go. I will try. I mean, I've heard this song a few times, but it's certainly not one I've listened to on a regular basis. Did-a-did-a-did-a. 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 Oh, on the day I was born, the nurses gathered all around, and they gazed in the wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up and she said, "Leave this one alone." She could tell right away that I was bad. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad. Bad to the bone. I broke 1,000 hearts before I met you. I'll break 1,000 more, baby, before I'm through. I want to be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. But I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad. Bad. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Da-da-da. Anytime now. Anytime. More lyrics. I guess it's drumming. I make a rich woman beg. I'll make a good woman steal. I'll make an old woman blush and make a young woman squeal. I want to be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. Bad. Bad. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Ooh, yeah, it's like a little New Orleans going on here now. A little saxophone. Sing it. Play it. Play that horn. I can smell the Louisiana. It smells like shit. It's not my fault they live in a swamp. God tried to clear it out. They all went back. Not my fault. You don't live underwater. It's good, you know, it's good advice. If you're looking up at the water, don't live there. It's bad. You're gonna die eventually. There's not gonna be enough buses. Roads don't work like that. You're not gonna get out. When I walk around the streets, king and queen step aside. Every woman I meet, they all stay satisfied. Want to tell you, pretty baby, while I seek you, I make you my own. And here I'm telling you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. 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 Ah. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, Sassy. Okay. Or you're bad to the... No, I didn't mean your bone, Sassy. I'm not taking your bone. I'm not taking your bone, baby. Well, there's bad to the bone. I hope it brings some joy to Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation. Josh reads, says, this reminds me of everyone that lives in Caroga, and sends a YouTube link. It's going to be very difficult for me to look at. And it's where there's a whip, there's a way. Okay, well, I can't watch it now. But thank you, Josh Street, I guess. Sharon wants his bird of prey. I think that would be funny to mention the ads we get before the stream. A lot of copyright holders play ads on my video, but the Bible studies vids, there were a lot of condom ads. Miss Lundell says Amish Paradise. Sci-Fi Nation's ABC 1, 2, 3. See, now that's a song I've heard. Wesley Crusher says, Bird of Prey, I got the new Star Wars game, Fallen Jedi. It's pretty good so far. Well, it's cool, Wesley. Anti-Tracker was talking to me earlier about if I planned to see Mandalorian. I said, nope. They say, you don't plan to get Disney Plus? I was like, even if I got Disney Plus, I don't plan to watch Mandalorian. Honestly, I'm sorry, I just don't care. I cared about, I love the first 3 Star Wars. I'm okay with the second 3 Star Wars. I don't give a shit about any other Star Wars. Doubt I ever will. Vile Mike says, oh my god, Bird does not know MJ's bad or Weird Al's parody of it. Unsubbing. I'm sorry, Vile. Epic Beard says, so Bird has a coma for the entire 80s and 90s decades. It wasn't a coma. It was just, and still today, I don't listen to I don't listen to any radio station. I don't know what the hottest song is or whatever, if there is even a thing as the hottest song. I don't give a shit. I have all the music I ever need already recorded as MP3s. Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation says, yay! I win. You did. If you call that a win. Trek 95 again says ABC 1, 2, 3. Joseph says, Vile Mike, U.S. to Europe shipping would be crazy expensive. It looks like I have to stick with Mike for now. John DeMarco says, happy anniversary, Sassy. Thank you. Yeah, her anniversary, her adoption anniversary was just under a week ago. Shromore says, Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation's greetings to you, Mr. Sci-Fi Nation. Hope you're all doing well. Indeed, I hope you guys are doing well. Vile Mike says, what I said was what Watto said to Qui-Gon in The Phantom Menace, Bird of Prey, mind tricks don't work on me, only money. I'm revoking your nerd card for today. You can have it back tomorrow. Vile, I would have told you up front that I probably wouldn't get Star Wars quotes. Uncle Araki. John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. Hopefully you get something good. So I lost. Oh, you got Way to Eden Spock with Hippie Chick. Well, I mean, it's not the worst objectively. So I lost the nerd card for today. Well, does that mean I have to end the stream? Sci-Fi Nation says greetings to Shromore. Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation says we are okay. How are you? And Vile Mike says, Joseph, there's a link to my PayPal in the last video. You can click it to find out my real name. I think. Josh reads his bird's mouth is watering seeing all those future Beagle bits. No! Shromore says, doing well, though try unsuccessfully to learn Spanish. Oh, Shromore, you just got to put an O or an A at the end of every word. And you're right like 92% of the time. Like, I don't know the word for spaceship, but I believe it's space-a-ship. Maybe it's space-o-shippo, space-a-shippo, space-o-shippa. It's one of those four with 92% certainty. Yosef says, bird of prey, get a cat. It looks like it would be friendly, so no more chaser of cats. Yeah, you know what? Sassy, I guess, did grow up with cats, but I think she would chase the cat in a friendly, playful way. Now, a cat that doesn't grow up with Sassy doesn't know that Sassy's coming to play with her. The cat would think Sassy's coming to eat her. So the cat would run and Sassy would chase it. Vile Mike says, Joseph, I only say I think because I have only clicked it while logged in. Also, should be a pic of me and Vile Child at Comic-Con this year. Very cool. Sci-Fi Nation says, Shronmore, mas cabas por favor mi amigo, which means that he's very hungry, please, Mr. Amigo. I don't know who Mr. Amigo is, but he sounds fiendish. Tiki of Doom is smiling. Tiki of Doom is now putting up a poison symbol. Joseph says, Vile Mike, like the king. And Vile says, bird to the bone. Da-da-da-na. Bird to the bone. Oh, I should have done bird to the bone. Anti-Tracker says, I really need a picture of Bird wearing a hip-hop gear. Well, the best I can give you, Anti-Tracker, is my Thug Life glasses. Maybe you get something from this. Oh, maybe, I don't know. We'll see if that helps. And by helped, I mean certainly did not work out well for me. Sci-Fi Nation says, Yo, quiero, Taco Bell. Yes, I understand that. Wesley Crusher says, I swear no one sings like a bird ever. Like Bird ever. Bird is metal as fuck. Says Tiki of Doom. Anti-Trigger says, Wes, wait until 7:30. Wahahaha. Okay, we got a little time. Vile Mike says, Wesley, the universe would collapse if there were two like Bird. That's probably true. Sci-Fi Nation says, bad at 4x speed, Bird of Prey. YouTube only does 2x speed. Mike Richards says, bird to the bone. Epic says, no point in asking for Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan, being Bird only knows 8 songs and 7 are Sinatra. You're right. Like a Rolling Stone is not one of them. I know Copacabana. Is that like it? Yosef's Terminator 2 is playing in front of me. Okay, well, watch it. Tiki of Doom's Bird is feeling it. Yeah, I did. I like Bad to the Bone. I mean, not so much the words, but the beat was good. Sci-Fi Nation says Bird sounds like a Shat singing this one. Mr. Londell says more like a Mississippi Delta. Okay. Vile Mike says play that horn. Yes, that's what I said. Joseph says Shatner's rendition of Jingle Bells is actually good. I was not such a fan if it's the Jingle Bells that you heard on the demo off that website. Tiki of Doom is laughing when I said God tried to clear it out. God tried to clear it out. They all went back. That's true. Shromore says, bravo, Bird of Prey. Thank you. I'm getting applause. Thank you. Chris Sam says, I guess Bird of Prey will never name one of his ships the SOB New Orleans. It's possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. If I want to name ships after damned U.S. cities, we can have the New Orleans, the San Francisco, the Washington, D.C. Wouldn't be a whole lot. The Honolulu. Joseph is switching to mobile. It's Saturday for almost 1 hour. Very cool, Yosef. Thank you for sticking around. And Yosef says, Mandalorian is average. Good that I don't have to pay for it. Yar, matey. What I hear from my aggregate from both Anti-Trekker, who gives it praise, and Nerdrotic and Doomcock, who give it less than praise, but they also they admit it, they don't hate it, is that it's an average show. And, you know, considering how crappy the movies have been, getting an average show is actually a big improvement. However, what has Sassy got? However, if you compare it to, you know, the original Star Wars or The Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, it's bullshit. It's garbage. It's not, you know, it's not worthy of the Star Wars name. It's just a filler TV show. Like, I think Nerdrotic said it. It's like a CSI. Okay, it's just a TV show they put together. They know they're going to have an audience, and they don't care, and they don't go into any of the, you know, they don't go into super details. It's just something they put together, and they expect people to watch, and a lot of people will. Millions. Millions of people will watch, because there are that many Star Wars fans out there, and if you give them something that's not blatantly offensive, they'd watch. You know, if Star Trek came out with a show that was just boring and didn't actually actively suck, I would say, oh, this is wonderful. And I would honestly feel wonderful, because it'd be like, oh, this is just so-so. It doesn't actively suck. I'd be happy to watch. Like, honestly, this last short track, only because of all the short tracks before it that have sucked, is it kind of being sucked down with them. If this was the first short track, I'd say, oh, maybe short tracks aren't going to be so bad. They're not particularly good, but they're not particularly bad. I mean, I'd watch it. Obviously, I'm going to watch them anyway because they're Star Trek, and I have an addiction. I have to watch. I have not yet broken the addiction from Star Trek. So, unfortunately, whatever they put that logo on, I'm going to be watching for the foreseeable future. But yeah, from what I hear from everybody, it's a very average show. It's not really breaking any ground.
Who's eating the pot?
Oh, Sassy was eating our throw rug. So yes, the Mandalorian Yar. Sci-Fi Nation's Bird of Prey. People our age haven't listened to Top 40 since 90s. Lol. Well, then I don't feel so bad. Though I wasn't listening in the 90s. John Araki, hashtag FreeApoo, hashtag Stay Sassy, hashtag Walk with the Alpacas. And Sci-Fi Nation does asterisk free anti. And hashtag PooTube shenanigans. This is the hashtag segment of the show. Vile Mike says, Bird, Michael Jackson's Bad is one of the top-selling albums of all time. It's up there with the Beatles' White Album and the Eagles' Greatest Hits. And MJ's Thriller album, too. Well, let me tell you, which of those songs do you think I haven't listened to either? Hint. The only one I've ever heard is Thriller. The Beatles' White Album. Like, listen, I know Beatles songs, so it's very possible I know a Beatles song that happens to be on the White Album, but I've never listened to the White Album in particular, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what songs were on it. But yeah, there are Beatles songs that I do listen to. But I would say it's probably 5%, maybe 10% of their popular songs I know. The Eagles' Greatest Hits, other than Hotel California, I don't think I know another Eagles song, assuming that is an Eagles song. And Michael Jackson, Thriller. Yes, I've seen Thriller. I can't say I've ever listened to it. I've only watched it as a video, music video. John Araki says hashtag demonetized. Oh, demonetize Auntie. Even better. Andy Trigger says Caroga number 5 is ready for my live stream tonight, Bird. Bring your earplugs. Damn it, Anti-Tracker. I gotta work on Caroga number 5. That's gonna be a legit song of Caroga. John Araki is lolling. Josh Street's lolling. Carlo is laughing. Mike Richards says, God help us. He's not going to, Mike Richards. Yosef says, Sci-Fi Nation. Actually, I know the actual chart hits. I just don't care. Every year I find maybe 10 songs I like. The rest is math. I always go back to my old favorites. Well, I don't even bother looking, Yosef, so you've got an edge on me. Sci-Fi Nation says, stick to German, Bird of Prey. At least it sounds like Klinghorn. John Araki, hashtag Thug Life, indeed. The Epic Beard says, I DJ for a living and I have to scope all music, and about 10 songs a year are all that's ever matter. Most requests are from the 90s, back from with some in the early 2000s. Anti-Trigger says, that should work. Okay, well, I'm glad it did. Joseph says, Bos bis auf den Kuchen, Sci-Fi Nation. Ich bin ein Berliner. Yes, I recognize those words. Anti-Trigger says, hey guys, I need to run. See you all in an hour and a half if you're able. Bird's instant finest performance ever will be the first thing in the stream. Tiki of Doom says, Honolulu is damned. Lol. Well, I don't know. Didn't they get attacked once already? They're kind of close to North Korea, whose flag does not at all resemble Caroga. Vile Mike says later Anti-Tricker. Also, tsunami possibility. T-Berg says we fired our guns and the turds kept it coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired again and they began running back to the anti-server down with their turd hole. Well, that sounds like it could be a music lyrics, but I have no idea what it is. Miss Londell's groovy movie says Nerdrotic and Doomcock are waiting for the other shoe to drop. Well, I know Anti-Tracker just put out a video that mentions Nerdrotic and Doomcock. And yeah, I'm kind of confused. Why is Anti-Tracker going on an hour earlier? He's saying 7:30 instead of 8:30. 7:30 Central. 8:30 Eastern. That's what I bet it is, Sci-Fi Nation. Trek95 says Anti-Trigger, thank you. Joseph says Anti-Trigger, will watch the recording. Have fun. We'll watch you live on Sunday. Yes, Sunday. We'll see if Anti-Trigger goes on. And Anti-Trigger says cool Sci-Fi, 1.5 hours from right now. And that was 7 p.m. That was 6 minutes ago. So 8:30 Eastern. 7:30 Central. 5:30 Pacific. And nobody cares about mountain timers. John DeMarco says, does it make me want to vomit? Was a apt review of the short track, and it's more than can be said for most of the others. Yes, well, I agree. Carlo Albanese says, so Joe episode. Sci-Fi Nations is right on Anti-Tracker. Miss Lundell says, I think that'll be 7:30 Central Time, folks. And Vile Mike says, and 5:30 Pacific, lol. And Joseph says, feed the dog. Rugs are not nutritious. Sassy says he gets plenty of food. Vile Mike says, Bird just doesn't like good music. That could be. Except Sinatra. There you go. At least you put in the exception. Miss Lundell says, Helter Skelter is on the White Album. Well, Helter Skelter is not one I know. Sci-Fi Nation says Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Never heard of it. What? I've never heard of it. What is it? It's a Beatles song? Never heard of it. Mama Praise heard of it. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I've heard of it because I've heard Shatner sing it. I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. Epic Beard says no Desperado unsubbed. Sorry. Sci-Fi Nation says Desperado. And he's revoking Epic Beard's nerd card for saying Desperado. Actress is late again. What did I miss? Oh my god, Hector. Oh my god, you missed a lot. You missed a lot. Vile says howdy, Hector. Hector says hi. Vile Mike says you missed Bird to the Bone. You missed Caroga number 5. Bo, apparently Anti-Trekker is going to play that at the beginning of his stream. You missed seeing Sassy when she was 6 months old, and Sister O'Prey was picking her up at the farm she came from out of Austin, Texas. Vile Mike says nope, he sang Bad to the Bone. Yeah, I did. But Bird to the Bone would be better. Next time. Sci-Fi Nation says Troto Klingork, unless you quote Kennedy. What the fuck, Bird of Prey? Yeah, well, I don't know. I did notice that Ich bin ein Berliner sounded better than the rest, but only because I've heard people say that many times. Epic Beard says Tequila Sunrise. Okay, I've heard Tequila Sunrise, but I don't know which Tequila Sunrise. I think there's probably more than one. But yes, actually Tequila Sunrise is one of the songs I know. If it's not as a Beatles song, I don't think. I'm not sure if the Beatles have a Tequila Sunrise, but by some artist I know Tequila Sunrise. T-Berg says the Battle of New Orleans. Nope. Never heard of it. Tiki of Doom says Bird to the Bone was one of the best in my opinion. One of his best in my opinion. Oh, thank you. Chris M says any space engineers used. Yes, Chris M. I'm sorry, I said this at the beginning of the stream. The server is 99% done. Tonight, probably while Anti-Trekker streams, I'm going to finish setting it up. And likely we'll be ready to go tonight. First thing in the morning. Because I need to, before I make the server public, I have to put up a rules video. So early tomorrow morning, look on antitrekker.com for the video and for the rules. Please, before you play. But here's the condensed version. It is a 33 kilometer diameter Earth-like planet. It is just one planet. It's in the center of a 100-kilometer radius or diameter universe. I don't know. But it's in the center. There are 2 bases. Okay, Anti-Trekker got to choose which base he wanted. He chose base 1. So that's going to be the turd base. Base 2, which is an identical base on roughly the other side of the planet, is going to be the Caroga base. Okay, the bases are 100% identical. They have a full refinery, a full assembler, a medical room, ice, 4 cryopods each, turrets, couple of Gatling guns, lots of bullets, 2,000 uranium ignits and 1,000 platinum to get you started. And the starting locations, the GPS locations of both bases are going to be made public at the start of the round. There are no safe zones. Okay? So I strongly suggest once you get together with your team, you get to your base and you either move it, you grind it down, or you start building somewhere else. Because the enemy is going to know where your base is. If you grind it down, you're going to have a tremendous head start. You've got a lot of materials and you can just get into designing some stuff. There's not going to be any safe zones. Okay, the fact that we're half a planet away and there's no mods, so the max speed is 100 meters per second per minute? 100 meters per second, I think. It's going to take a good amount of time to fly halfway around the planet. Also, there is, instead of a restaurant, there is the bird tower. The bird tower is halfway between the two bases. The bird tower is the only safe zone in the game. It's barely wide enough. It just fits the bird tower. Only characters can enter the safe zone. Ships cannot enter the safe zone. Do not try. You might destroy your ship if you try to enter. It's just a small safe zone that holds just the bird tower and a few feet above the bird tower. At the bottom of the bird tower are 4 cryopods that are hooked to hydrogen, hooked to oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen. So, if you need to refuel, you can go to the base of the bird tower, and you can go into a cryopod, and you can get, hydrogen and oxygen, and you'll be okay. Now, it's not gonna do anything about your health. There's no way to restore your health there. It's just to get hydrogen and oxygen. On the top of the bird tower, there's really no reason to go in it, but if you wanted to, you could. In the top of the bird tower is simply where the anti-server character sits, and he just rotates forever in the chair at the top of the bird tower, so he's getting a 360-degree view of what's around the bird tower, which is nice landscaping, but nothing of value is there. Finally, there are 2 additional mystery bases, which I literally do not have any idea where they are. I'm going to tell you everything I know about them. They are identical bases to the starting bases, which means they have a lot of bullets, they have 2,000 uranium and 1,000 platinum each, plus all the other stuff that, used to make the base, including batteries and cargo containers and conveyor systems, all that stuff. But these other 2, Mystery Base 1 and 2, they are assigned to nobody. So whoever finds them can grind them down or take them over, whatever the hell you want to do. Whoever gets to them first. I promised Anti-Trekker, I promise all of you, I honestly have no idea where they are. Except, and I will tell you all, so you all have the same understanding, I went up into space in spectator mode, and I came down, and the first place I hit, where I have no idea where I landed, but it was very snowy mountains. And so the first mystery base I placed in a valley between some snowy mountains. Okay? And that's it. I have no other idea. It's snow, ice, and mountains. That's where the mystery base number 1 is. So then I went back into space. Of course, I didn't really know where I was because I didn't save a GPS coordinate. So then I went back to the planet again. This time I was hoping I was somewhere near the opposite side of the planet as I was on the first time, but I honestly have no idea where I am. But this time, instead of being snowy mountains, it was the very edge of the desert. There was a butte, and it's on a desert butte. The second mystery base, is on a desert butte, which is right on the edge of the desert. Like the sand stops, and like just after it starts the grassland. The yellow grass, not the green grass. So that's it. That's all I can tell you. There's 1 mystery base in a desert on a butte, and 1 mystery base in snowy mountains. And whoever gets to them, whichever team or whichever person gets to them, feel free to do whatever the hell you want. You want to grind it down, you want to use it as a base, you just want to ransack it. It's all good. Whatever you want to do. You want to destroy it. So the other team, you want to put some warheads underneath it and watch and see if the other team finds it. You can do whatever the hell you want. That's it. That's all there is. There's asteroids will be in the sky. You're going to have platinum, so you should be able to make thrusters to get up into space if you're so inclined. And that's it. I mean, that's where we are. Then there's one rule And only one rule. This is going to go live either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. However, when it goes live for the first 24 hours until Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, I'm gonna restart the server, because when I put it live tonight, shooting is going to be disabled. You are not going to be able to shoot anybody. So for the next 24 hours, no combat, and please, on your honor, do not attempt to drill or to grind down any enemy stuff. Okay? We're on opposite sides of the planet. Yes, you should move from your base location, but if you run into the enemy, do not engage, do not attempt to engage. They can't shoot you, you can't shoot them. You are not to attack the enemy until Sunday morning after I restart the server and I enable guns. Then it's all every man for himself, or more or less, but there are the two teams. So that's it. There's not going to be really any rules. There's not going to be any safe zones you can go to. You can't bring a ship in a safe zone. It won't work. The safe zone is going to reject all grids. So if you build a ship, build it somewhere where you feel like it's going to be secret. Build it somewhere underground or away from the base, the public GPS coordinates. The GPS coordinates for the two bases and the bird tower will be in the Anti-Trekker forum for space engineers. I'm going to start a new thread for round 4. It'll have all the info. It'll have a quick video basically going over everything I just said and the rules. So I hope that means for everybody's satisfaction. It's no mods, and the games seem to be working good so far. There's no giant restaurant, unfortunately. There's no giant starting base. This is a very modest starting base. Okay, it's only got wind power. It's got an assembler, a refinery, bedroom, and some cryopods and necessary cargo containers, batteries, and turrets and Gatling guns for some basic protection. But that stuff wouldn't become active until I enable shooting, which won't be until early Sunday morning Eastern time. So that's where we are. That's where we are. I hope it works. I hope it works out for all of you. And one more thing I just wanted to bring up before I forget. And Yosef, yes, it was your question that makes me think about it, but don't worry, I in no way, I don't want to be picking on you at all, because this has happened with other people in the past, and I just want to put it out there so everybody knows where I stand on this. Earlier today, I was on Lore Reloaded's stream, in his comments section, and Yosef asked me, when was I planning on streaming, and I told him, I was like, Yosef, call me old-fashioned, but I don't want to advertise on somebody else's stream, without their explicit permission. So I said, let's just say the usual time, and I stopped there. And to be honest, that's more than I've said other times when people have asked me. Because I feel weird, okay? Well, first, Anti-Trekker doesn't matter. Anti-Trekker doesn't... I'll tell you whatever. I'll advertise on Anti-Trekker stream 24/7. I don't give a shit about Anti-Trekker stream. Because we're close enough like that. But Lore Reloaded, Nerdrotic, Doomcock, even Doomcock and Nerdrotic with channels that are huge. And I'm sure if I asked, they would shout it out. They would shout it out 100%. Or Midnight's Edge. While these are very good people, I'm not at that level. I'm not that friendly with Nerdrotic or Doomcock or Lore Reloaded, or Midnight's Edge, or Mecha, or anybody else, or Geeks and Gamers, that I would feel comfortable, telling you when I'm going to be streaming. It just feels like I'm advertising my stream. They're going to ask, oh, did he plant somebody here to ask him when he's streaming, trying to get viewers? I don't want the drama. So please, if you want to know when I'm streaming, if you see me in somebody's stream, say, Bird, I sent you a message on Discord. And I will check Discord, and I will answer your question as to when I'm streaming that day. But please don't ask when I'm streaming. It's probably nothing, but I feels weird. I don't want them to think that I'm there only to advertise. Because when I go to Lore Reloaded stream, I go to watch Lore Reloaded. When I go to Nerdrotic or Doomcock, I go to watch them, honestly. I'm not there to advertise my own site. When I do advertise my site, I'll send them a super chat and say, hey, can you shout me out? But that's different. Then I'm doing it directly. I just don't want that passive thing. So I'm sorry. It probably sounds like pity or bad of me. I hope you guys understand. I will totally answer your questions. Just contact me on Discord or antitracker.com. You can say, Bird, I sent you a message on Discord, or Bird, I sent you a message on AT's website, or whatever, or the web. You can just say the website, and I'll know to check, and then I don't have to feel like it's being advertised. I hope you can see where I'm coming from, but that's it. I just wanted to say that much. Sci-Fi Nations is great stream as always, bud. Live long and alpaca, everyone. Thank you, Sci-Fi Nation. Vinyl Mike says, Chris, I still cannot play. Lol. Does that count as news? Actor says, I'm starting to hate birds. They poop every 10 minutes and everywhere. Well, birds don't make great pets. Chris M says, Vile Mike, I didn't want bad news. Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation puts in a heart and a smile.
I say hello.
Mamo Pray says hello to everybody, but especially Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation. Vile Mike says, sorry, Chris. Ms. Lundell says, Sgt. Pepper's is one of the Beatles' greatest albums. Vile Mike says, I bet Mamo Pray has better taste in music. I bet so, too. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, do you know about other music than Frank Sinatra? Wow. Man. Well, yes, but not a whole lot. And Sci-Fi Nation, Bird of Prey, tell Mamo Pray I have Sgt. Pepper's Beatles double vinyl album original release.
Wow.
She says, wow.
I wish I had half of the albums and 45s we had in our house when I was growing up.
She said she wishes she had half the albums and 45s they had in their house growing up. While Mike is jealous at Sci-Fi, Mike Richards says, I'm 62, so classic rock for me. I agree. Epic Beard says, Eagles, Bird. Like I said, I think the only Eagles I know is Hotel California. Josh Street says, Hector, you missed Bird telling us that he's a Turtistani and Caroga is New Jersey, suburb of Robot Hell. No, all nonsense. While Mike says, I'm in my mid-30s, but I just like good music. I don't care about the decade, but most good music is classic rock. Indeed. Track 95 says, Bird to the bone, bird to the bone, bird to the bone. Sci-Fi Nation says, Wow, Mike, I also have Buddy Holly's Greatest Hits double record original release. Val Mike says, Buddy Holly is not what I want. And Charles Holmes says, rules. Aw, I'm sorry, Charles. There's some rules. Carlos says, cool, hope I can join in the server this time. And listen, if you join in the server Sunday, there's no rules, okay? Obviously, you have to pick Caroga or Turtistan. Okay, yeah, one more thing. You have to pick a faction before you can play, before you can build. So you're going to spawn into the game, or it might ask you to pick a faction first. I don't know what. But once you spawn in or you pick a faction, you have to pick a faction, I guess. You'll only be able to spawn into a medical bay from one of those people. So guys, if you do destroy your base, you have to make sure you have another medical bay, or else your team won't be able to spawn in and you lose. Okay, you lose the round. So don't destroy your first base until you're sure you have another medical bay where your players can spawn in. Anyway, if it's between now and Sunday morning during the armistice or the ceasefire, if I'm online and Anti-Tracker isn't, and whoever Anti-Tracker puts in is second in command of Turdistan, if neither of them are online and you want to become a turd, tell me and I'm authorized to make you into a turd until Sunday. I as an administrator, I can put you on the turd faction. And likewise, if you want to be a Carogan and I'm not on, and whoever I put as second, whether it's Azine or T-Berg, whoever's going to be on the most, or Carlo, or whoever it might be, like with Matthew, I don't know if he's coming back in the game, but any of those people, it could be Wesley even, although I think Wesley said he was going to be a turd this round. Whoever it is, if neither of us are online, but Anti-Tracker is, Anti-Tracker is an administrator, he can make you a Carogan. But that'll only work through the armistice and Sunday morning. Once we go into battle mode, then somebody from Caroga or Turdistan will need to be on to give you access to the faction. Unless, I guess, we enable all, but I'm not sure if we will. Sci-Fi says, I also have an original guess. Who with American Woman on it? Guess who with American Woman on it? Okay. Carlos is cool. Hope I can join the server this time. Very cool. Vinyl Mike says, oh, my vinyl collection is pretty dead right now. But my pride and joy is back in black. Charles Holmes says, "Lo, my emoji looks like it's having a stroke." I didn't even see your emoji, Charles. For some reason, because I'm watching this on my computer, it doesn't do emojis so well. Oh yeah, I see it now. It looks like a sad face to me, but a halfway sad face. Sci-Fi Nation says, "Nice." Vile Mike says, "Sci-Fi, I have that one too." Chris M. Selecting says, "Yes, Ignat." Actor says, some degrees equals 1/3 to the antipodes. I don't know what you're saying, Nectar. Sci-Fi Nation's Vile Mike, I have K-Tel record with Star Wars disco theme on it. Mike Richards says, I have the John Lennon Yoko Ono One Naked album. Yoko Ono Naked album. Vile Mike says, I have a few originals, Journey, Boston, and an unopened Britney Spears, because it was 25 cents when the warehouse closed. Lol. Sci-Fi Nation says, John gets killed, and we get 30 more years of I can't even pronounce the screeches. Actor says, what's Bird's obsession with long phallic objects? What, the Bird Tower? It's an engineering marvel. Vile Mike says, overcompensation, Actor. Sci-Fi Nation says, fraud and Frank and Freddy. Mike Richards says, the rumors that Bird is hung like an alpaca. Track 95 says, Anti-Tracker, did you get my message on Discord? I don't know if Anti-Tracker's still here. Vile Mike says, I have a Sinatra's Greatest Hits on vinyl and one Queen album, but I cannot remember which right now, but it's not the original. Epic Beard says, the Epic Butte, not Caroga. Well, if you get to it first, Epic, it can be Epic Butte. Sci-Fi Nation says, Bird likes, but no. Vile Mike says, Sci-Fi, a buddy of mine, inherited a collection of 10,000 plus records and is still borrowing my record player that allows you to rip them to PC. Wow. Track 95 is a bird of prey. I wish I could play. I wish you could too, Track 95. Joseph says church life and space engineers deaths on Sunday. That's true. Mr. Lundell says, and me needing to buy a new PC before I can jump into space engineers. Hopefully I can remedy this by Christmas. Hopefully. We'd love to see you in the game, Mr. Lundell. Vile Mike says, I give you permission to plug yourself on my channel, Bird. Thank you, Vile. And I give everybody on this channel their permission to plug themselves on my channel. Now that that's out of the way. Once or twice a stream. Not 90 times. Just to be clear. Josh Street says, when is Bird and Laura duet going to start? I don't know. Track 95 says, I cannot wait until Anti-Tracker is on. I can. Joseph says, Bird of Prey, I saw you there. I asked, you answered in a way I understood. Okay, thank you, Joseph. I'm glad you understood. I hope you don't take it personally. Mike Richards says, Vile Mike, Bird's cameo on your channel video was gold. Oh, thank you. Track 95 says, Bird of Prey, hello, Mamo Prey. She says hello. Saying hello to everybody. Oh, and Doomcock just went live for Friday Night Frolics. Jesus Christ. Doomcock. For those of you who haven't seen the Doomcock car video on Geeks and Gamers with Doomcock and Jeremy. And Doomcock is wearing a completely different mask. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's funny. It's a little weird. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And congratulations to Doomcock, who over this past month has hit over 35,000 subscribers. He is now over 90,000 subscribers, and he literally could hit 100,000 subscribers by Thanksgiving, which is just freaking amazing. Listen, nobody deserves it, in my opinion, more than Doomcock. He is an incredible all-around entertainer, and I love Doomcock streams. I really do. I love Nerdrotic streams. I love Anti-Tracker streams, obviously. I love lots of your guys' streams. Just the time is so hard to find. But on Friday night, obviously I watch Anti-Tracker. Then afterwards, either Nerdrotic or Doomcock, if one of them is streaming, I watch what's left of them until I fall asleep. And then in the morning, I watch all of the rest of it over. Not over, but I watch whatever I missed. And it's some good stuff. Vile Mike says, I may have another guest in our future video. Very cool. Ms. Lundell says, I've been fortunate enough to keep my vinyl and begin adding to it. Mamo Pray. Very cool. Mike Richards says, Vile Mike, I have a bunch of vinyl in the back, but they were stuff I bought off eBay. They probably... I listened to them on my old... I have two old, not like modern but old looking record players that I've listened to them on, but I don't think they were ever particularly great condition. They were just stuff people were selling on eBay. But a lot of Sinatra could go through them. I mean, God knows, I doubt any of it's worth anything, but you never know. Plus all those Beatles albums I was throwing out because I was like, I don't know this song. No, I'm kidding. Mac Richards is Vile Mike. Ouch. Wesley says, Epic Beard, Bird of Prey. I'm going to try Turdistan. I hope there's no hard feelings. No hard feelings, Wesley. Best luck in Turdistan. I hope you can stand the smell. Actor says, turdification. Actor says, it's a digestive process. Truck 95 says, I can make anyone a turd. Wesley Crutchwood, Bird of Prey. I hope Epic and I can move past what happened last time. I hope so, too. Joseph says, Bird can turn us into turds. Sounds weird. Wesley, Bird of Prey, my phone is dying. Talk to you later. Later, everyone. Take care, Wes. Actor says, not so weird. The pigeon I'm looking for can turn almost anything into turds, Joseph. Sci-Fi Nation says bye to Wesley. And Yosef says, Hector, lol, bed is shaking. Vile Mike says, okay, I'm going to head out for now. See you folks on the anti-stream. Take care, Vile. Sci-Fi Nation says, my Vile is old and used, but could still use a new good home if they're worthy. And Continuum Track is beaming in. Welcome, Continuum Track. Guys, check out Continuum Track's channel. But we are coming to the end here. I'm sorry, Continuum Track. This was right at the very end. Joseph says the community grows, but it's getting hard to follow everybody. But I have my priorities, indeed. And Mike Richards says my dad had a huge collection of Sinatra. I wish I still had it. And Continuum Track saying, no, I'm sorry, Continuum Track. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 8 minutes. And dinner is getting cold. Mamo Pray has cooked. Dinner is getting cold. Also, I wanted to say, guys, I'm going to be redoing my end credits. And actually, I'm getting a professional, like a 5-second intro. But I'm redoing my credits because there's more stuff I need to add. But just as a reminder, live streams like this are going to become unlisted within a half a day or so. Most live streams now will become unlisted. So if you ever need to watch any of my streams and you don't see them, if you go to my YouTube page and you go to the playlists, there's live stream. There are playlists for all BedLifes. There are playlists for all live and unlisted streams. So between those two, and if I happen to be playing City Skylines or Space Engineers, there are playlists for all of these things. There's playlists for now the Star Trek Deep Space Nines I'm keeping public, but all the other live streams, except my birthday one, I'm making private. So you can find them in the playlist. Okay, just because they're unlisted on the channel, you can still access them via the playlist, and you can play them and watch them and all that good stuff. Also, if you keep the emails to them, if you're subscribed and you get the email, you can always follow the email. They'll still work. And you can also get a link to all of them on antitrekker.com and the Bird of Prey forum. The Bird of Prey 5 forum will have a list to all my previous videos and streams. And those links will all work. But I want to say, in the couple of days that I made this change, we're up 5 or 6 subscribers, which granted is not a lot to most people, but we were going back and forth, up 2, down 2, up 1, down 2, up 3, down 2, up 1, down 1, up 2, down 1, for a week or 2 weeks, and now the last 2 or 3 days, +1, +2, +1, +2, and we're getting a little bit of consistent growth. It could just be a coincidence, but it seems like it is helping. So, for the foreseeable future, I'm going to keep doing it. I just want to give you guys that update. I'm going to put all that info into a new ending, but it's not ready yet. Catch you all later. The grammar, it's late. Says Joseph. Actor says there is the replay. Sci-Fi Nation, bye, Bird of Prey, Mao Prey, Sassio Prey. Continuum Track, why unlisted? Because Continuum Track, it's come to my attention that having multi-hour live streams is bad for the algorithm. People come and they watch 5 minutes of it and they click off, and YouTube sees, oh, you only watched 5 minutes of a 2.5 hour stream. That's like, 1%. It means you hated the video. Whereas if you have a 30-minute video and somebody watches 5 minutes, they say, oh, you watched, 20% of the video. That's not bad. And so they keep that video in rotation. It's just the way the algorithm works, what I've been told. And everybody who's done it has raved about the success they've had. Anti-Trekker was stuck at 8,000 subs. And he started doing this, and now he's about to hit 10,000. Nerdrotic and Doomcock were stuck in their numbers. They did this, and they've grown like crazy. I don't expect it's going to get me to 10,000, but hey, if it gets me to 2,000 in 6 months, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. We'll see what happens. But for right now, it seems good. Actor says to see the replay at 1.5 bird speed. Life is short. I agree. Continuing track says, I know the feeling. Good night, all. Qapla. And I will see you on Anti-Trekker's stream in about 45 minutes. Take care. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdOPray5.com, the new home of everything BirdOPray5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdOPray5 or on birdopray5.com. Take care.